Blade Fury now has the same spell immunity on cast dispel behavior as other spell immunities. Basically means last time when you Blade Fury, you lose all positive buffs as well as negative buffs that are on you at that point, and you become spell immune. Now it won't get rid of the positive buffs, basically. Pretty nice. Healing Ward movement speed reduced. Omni Slash no longer mini stuns on cast. This makes him pretty bad. Like, not incredibly bad, but as a solo kind of killer, he can't cancel TPs. He can't cancel any channeling abilities. Used to be able to, if someone black holes, used to be able to jump on Enigma and cancel the TP no matter what. Excuse me, not TP, the black hole. Used to be able to jump on Witch Doctor and cancel his ultimate no matter what. Now you require a bash. You require something to cancel something. That is actually pretty painful in a team fight, and it's pretty painful because you can just TP home and he can't stop you. That's beautiful. Literally cannot stop you. Using antidote abilities in Omni Slash no longer require facing direction. I think that's fair. Keeper of the Light, Mana Leak cooldown is reduced now at all levels. Same as level 1 as it was to begin with, but level 2 to 4 it's now reduced. Really good. Chakra Magic now adds a buff that reduces the cooldown of the next spell its target casts by up to 4 seconds. Buff lasts 12 seconds. That's really good for ganking. There's a list on Reddit if you are interested to ask me about it. I will show you. I think it's really good for people with really spammy abilities. So Skywrath Mage, Rubik, those kind of heroes. I think that's really, really nice. Getting a 4-second cooldown, getting that 4 seconds off your cooldown is pretty nice. Scepter Illuminate up by 20%, 25% heal. So the percent heal is 100. It's really good. Kunkka no longer casts Torrent, no longer turns to cast Torrent, so you can run whatever the fucking direction you want, and he doesn't have to turn around. It's beautiful. It's nice. It should be there. It's good. Torrent cooldown reduced by 2 seconds. That's beautiful. That should be there. That's good. X marks the spot. Mana cost reduced from 80 to 50. I think that should stay there as well. That's really nice. So, buff all around for Kunkka as well. Oh, God, there's so many heroes. Right, marching on. Legion Commander, Moment of Courage counterattack chance is changed from to 25%. Lifesteal is also buffed. Courage cooldown is reduced. No, it's increased at all levels except for level 4, where it's the same as previous. And there's an Aghanim's upgrade where the duel lasts as long as either the Legion Commander or her target is alive. It only ends when they either die or the duelists are more than 2000 range apart. The Aghanim's upgrade is absolutely beautiful. It means you can fully disable the carry until either you or the carry is dead. That could take forever, if at all. That's fucking fabulous. Moment of Courage, earlier on is less useful. Later on it's more useful, and the lifesteal is stronger, so she can sustain more in those fights. The cooldown is shorter. The cooldown is longer and early, so it's not so good for jungling as before. But the chance is higher at all levels, so I think the chance to proccing it is better. The chance to lifesteal is more consistent now, but there is a longer cooldown. So yeah, in overall at max level, Legion Commander has a higher chance of proccing counterattack, despite it being, it's a huge buff to her. It's buff overall. Yeah. It's buff overall in the late game. For the early game, it's not buff. Early game is quite hard. Leshrac movement speed is slightly increased. Lightning Storm cast point increase. Slow duration slightly increased. So small buffs to Leshrac as well. Lich armor cast range increased. Chain lightning projectile speed increased. Small buffs to Lich as well. Life Stealer. So Feast is now considered a cleave or crit as normal bonus damage, so you can cleave or crit off it. The Feast, how it works is it takes a percentage of your opponent's health and deals that back to them as damage. So now you can crit off that percentage, steal off the health, and you can cleave in an AoE. Last time, let's say for example you had a Battle Fury and you hit that damage, you will only cleave your attack. You would not cleave what Feast takes. Now you will cleave what Feast takes. Really good. Open Wounds lifesteal increased to 50% at all levels. generally really good. He can jungle a lot faster now. Here's a new Scepter's upgrade, Assimilate. So allows Lifestealer to target an allied hero and swallow them. Allows them to hide inside a Lifestealer. Any healing Lifestealer takes is shared with the assimilated hero. The assimilated hero can release at any time by clicking on the buff icon to erupt outward and deal 300 damage in the 700 AoE. If Lifestealer dies or assimilates another hero, currently assimilated hero will automatically exit. Issuing any order with your hero a few seconds after being assimilated will take you out. So basically, if you haven't looked on the Reddit, please go to the Reddit. There's a lot of beautiful things about Dota 2 there. You'll learn a lot of things. I've learned a lot. Basically, what this means is Lifestealer can initiate a 5-man gank. So you can assimilate a hero into you, and you can still have the infest ability. So basically, brings 2 people to the Lifestealer infest bomb. There's a lot of tricky things with Morphling and Wisp and Nature's Prophet that lets you do 5-man. I'm not going to tell you what they are. I'm going to let you figure it out yourself, because where's the fun in that? Lina, Aghanim Scepter upgrade. Laguna Blade no longer increased cast range. So still makes it pure damage, but she doesn't have that range to hit you now. So slightly nerfed to her. Lone Druid, true form is no longer removed on death, so when you come back to life from Aegis or reviving, you're still in true form. That's really good. It's a nice addition to Lone Druid, I think. Battlecry armor and damage are increased at all levels. Pretty good as well. Battlecry is his ultimate ability, so he could probably take towers down very fast. New Aghanim Scepter upgrade to Lone Druid as well. Spirit Bear can attack at any range from Lone Druid, prevent Spirit Bear from dying if the Lone Druid dies. So basically, now you don't have to worry about resummoning the bear if you die. That's really good for a Lone Druid. I think for late game, this is incredible. It also allows Lone Druid to farm in the jungle and let his bear go gank with his team, because the bear is the one who brings most of the damage of Lone Druid, as well as Lone Druid's stun from Entangle. It also means that Lone Druid can push towers without actually having to be there. The bear will do it all for himself. The buff, Battlecry, applies to both Lone Druid and the bear, I think, without him being there, if I will check very quickly. So yeah, affects all units owned by Lone Druid. So not just him and the Spirit Bear. So yeah, it affects all units at any range. So incredible. You can push towers without actually having to be there. You could farm in 2 lanes at the same time. Basically, Lone Druid is amazing. I love this upgrade. I love the Aghanims on this hero. I think it's going to be really good. And it's going to require a lot more micro as well. I really like it. Luna base armor increased by 1. Not so significant, but there you go. Eclipse cap increased from 4 to 5, so this is the ultimate. Now she can hit you with 5 beams during Eclipse rather than 4. And the Aghanim Scepter allows you to cast it on an area within a 2,500 range. So basically, it's not a global, but you can cast it in an area kind of to last hit or prevent people from running in that general direction because they'll take damage. I really like this on Luna. I think she will have a place in the mid lane now with this ability, because I think at least for pubs, probably not for competitive play. I don't think I can figure out as specifically how it will be working so well in the competitive scene, but I think it's really good for pubs. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it'll hit creeps as well. So I think you could just throw in any creep wave and catch all those trying to push. I think it's beautiful. And also you can target on any allied unit to center the Eclipse on them. That is beautiful. You can be farming in the jungle. Your friend is being ganked somewhere quite nearby within that 2,500 range. You ulti onto them. They get the Luna. They get the Eclipse centered around them. They can deal a fuckload of damage to everyone around them. If they survive, you're going to get either a get or assist in a kill at least. That's beautiful. Medusa, split shot and mana shield, no longer removed on death. Same with the Lone Druid ultimate. It's kind of these kind of things that utilitarian. Yeah, they stick around. Meepo, Divided We Stand no longer causes Meepo to respawn 20% faster. So a slight nerf to his respawn. I think that was quite important for Meepo to have that fast respawn. So that's a little bit disappointing. Geostrike, increased damage. That's also very nice, but again, you got to it's kind of a risk benefit thing. So you got to risk being able to Geostrike more because you could deal more damage, but at the same time, if you do die, there's no benefit from coming back early. You don't get an early respawn anymore. Mirana Starstorm, second hit increasing the range, and the second hit now strikes the unit closest to Mirana. That means you can actually chase rather than having to stand still. You no longer random. No, sorry, excuse me. It hits the closest to you. So as long as you're next to the person and within that second range, they will hit anyone in that range closest to you. I think that's a really nice buff because it usually is quite hard to guess where that second Starstorm is going to fall. Now it's pretty nice. Morphling's Adaptive Strike is now a projectile. That's pretty cool. You can dodge it now. Aghanim Scepter gives an ability called Hybrid. Allows him to target an ally, turn himself to a hybrid version of that hero, removing Morphling himself. The hybrid version has all the abilities of the can cast all the non-ultimate abilities and has your original attributes. Last 20 seconds. So Morphling with his replicate, he won't be able to cast replicate during hybrid, but there are so many mind games to be played now with the Morphling because you don't know which hero is going to be real. If you see a hero and they're using abilities but not their ultimate, how do you tell if it's actually them or if it's a Morphling? You can't. If you see a hero in the lane and he's not using any abilities, how do you tell if it's a morbid? How can you tell if it's a replicate or a hybrid or the actual hero? It is really hard to tell now, and I love that. I love the mind games Morphling now provides. He's probably going to be banned because a lot of people won't understand him. That's a joke on the Reddit. Please look at it. It's amazing. I think it's a huge buff to Morphling. I think he's amazing now. As a support as well, as a support feature, this is beautiful. You can basically become the carry. It's bloody insane. I love it. I absolutely love this. Naga Siren also now be more of a support, and Snare has increased. Snare is buffed the cooldown. It is dispellable, so you can remove it with Purge, but it can still go through BKB units. So Snare still goes through BKB. It's no longer removed if people become ethereal, so Ethereal Blade and Ghost Scepter no longer work on it. Aghanim's upgrade. Song of the Siren now regenerates you and nearby allies by 6 HP per second for 7 seconds. That is amazing. You can turn a fight and everyone can be full HP, basically without the mech. If you get the mech and the mana boots, you can basically regenerate your entire team to full, almost in one fell swoop with one ultimate, and everyone else will be disabled. And this will go on, even if there's a BKB'd opponent, you can Song of the Siren, focus him down and watch your team just heal while he can't do anything. Beautiful. Nature's Prophet. Sprout cast range is now, you can cast Sprout across the river, so you can, Nature's Prophet Pudge is going to be unfucking real because it's hilarious. The duration is also increased to 6 seconds. Treant's base damage increased, and Aghanim Scepter, whenever Wrath of Nature kills a unit, a Nature's Call Treant will be spawned. The Treant is 3 times stronger than a normal one, so 3 times the damage and 3 times the health. Beautiful. I think with Tinker, with anyone with TP boots, this is amazing. Split Push and Rat Dota are going to come back in full flying colors. In competitive, this is going to be picked up quite often. Nature's Prophet, in fact, probably not with the Aghanims, might be able to see. Bulldog will find some form of beauty with this. He'll find some form of unrealistically amazing, snappy kind of play with this. Probably maybe a Scout Treant or whatever. It'll be amazing. I really like this buff. I really like Nature's Prophet in the game. In the games, I haven't seen him in any of the new games, any of my recent games. So I hope he's come back. Night Stalker's Void Attack Speed Slow increased from -30 to -50, so now matches the speed slow. It's a slight buff to him. Nyx Spike Carapace no longer removes Vendetta, so now when you go invis, you can Spike Carapace without being fear of losing your movement speed or your right click ability from Vendetta. Your Aghanim's upgrade gives you a Burrow with a 1 second cast time. You become burrowed, you're invisible, unable to move or attack, 40% damage resistant, 1.5 of his health and mana regen per second. So you can jump inside that, heal up, jump out, and go do your shit. Full HP and mana. Beautiful. you can also stick around in that burrow, and your Impale cooldown is reduced from 13 to 9, and Spat Carapace stuns instantly in an AoE 300 AoE around you without requiring it to hurt them first, and Mana Burn and Impale have a 50%